Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about something that's probably sitting in your wallet right now, your credit card. You know, growing up, a lot of us heard the same story. Get a good credit card, build your credit, earn those rewards. And hey, the commercials made it look pretty sweet, right? Jet setting with points, cash back on everything, living your best life. But here's the thing nobody really talks about. Credit cards didn't make Americans rich. Not even close. In fact, they did something completely different. And today we're diving deep into what actually happened. Let's get into it. All right, so first, let's talk about the dream they sold us. Credit card companies are masters at marketing. I mean, think about it. Earn 2% cash back on every purchase. Get 100,000 bonus points. Exclusive travel perks. It sounds amazing, right? And look, I'm not saying rewards are fake. They're real. But here's what they don't tell you in those glossy ads. The game is rigged. And most people, they're not winning. The average American household carries about $8,000 in credit card debt. $8,000. And with interest rates averaging between 16% to 24%, sometimes even higher, that 2% cash back you earned, yeah, it's gone. Like completely wiped out. So if credit cards were supposed to make us rich, why are millions of Americans drowning in debt instead? Let's break down what actually happened. First up, the rewards culture. And man, this one's sneaky. Credit card companies are basically saying, hey, you're going to spend money anyway, right? So why not get something back? And psychologically, that makes total sense. Who doesn't want free money? But here's where it gets tricky. Studies have shown that people spend about 12 to 18% more when they use credit cards compared to cash. Why? Because it doesn't feel real. You're not handing over physical money. You're just swiping a piece of plastic. So yeah, you might get $20 back on a $1,000 shopping spree, but you probably wouldn't have spent that full $1,000 if you were paying with cash. See the trick? You're spending more to earn less. The math isn't mathing. And let's be real, those exclusive rewards, they're funded by interest payments from people who can't pay off their balances. So essentially, people in debt are subsidizing your free flight to Miami. It's a wealth transfer, but not in the direction you think. The credit card companies, they're making billions. In 2023 alone, they made over $120 billion just from interest and fees. That's not coming from people who pay off their cards every month. That's coming from people trapped in the cycle. Okay, now let's talk about minimum payments. This is where things get really dark. When your credit card bill comes, there's always this little number at the bottom. Minimum payment due, $25. Seems harmless, right? I mean, $25? That's doable. So you pay it and move on with your life. But here's what they're not telling you. If you only pay the minimum on a $5,000 balance at 18% interest, it'll take you over 30 years to pay it off. 30 years. And you'll end up paying more than $11,000 in interest alone. Let me say that again. You borrowed $5,000, but you'll pay back $16,000. That's more than triple what you originally spent. And credit card companies know this. In fact, they're counting on it. That minimum payment is designed to keep you in debt as long as possible because that's how they maximize their profits. It's wild when you think about it. They make it seem like they're being nice. Hey, just pay a little bit, no pressure. But really, they're locking you into decades of payments. It's the ultimate trap. And the worst part? A lot of people don't even realize how bad it is until they're years deep into it. By then, the hole feels impossible to climb out of. Now let's get into the psychology, because this is where credit cards really mess with our brains. There's this thing called payment decoupling. Basically, when you buy something with a credit card, your brain doesn't register the pain of paying because you're not actually losing money in that moment. The bill comes later, so your brain separates the pleasure of buying from the pain of paying. With cash, immediate pain. You see your wallet getting lighter. But with credit, it's like future you's problem. And present you wants those shoes. Credit card companies know this. That's why they make the cards sleek, metal, heavy, premium feeling. They want you to enjoy using them. They want that swipe to feel good, even addictive. And then there's lifestyle inflation. You get a credit card, suddenly you're living a little larger. Nicer dinners, better clothes, maybe a spontaneous weekend trip. And because you're not seeing the money leave your account immediately, it doesn't feel reckless. It feels normal. But then the bill comes, and another one, and another, and before you know it, you're not living a better life. You're just maintaining an illusion of a better life while going deeper into debt. This is the trap millions of Americans fell into. Not because they're bad with money, but because the system is literally designed to exploit human psychology. So here's the brutal truth. Credit cards didn't make Americans rich. They made credit card companies rich. And I know some of you are thinking, but I pay off my card every month. I'm winning. And hey, if that's you, genuinely, congrats. You're in the minority. Only about 35 to 40% of Americans pay off their balance in full each month. For everyone else, credit cards became a way to maintain a lifestyle they couldn't actually afford. They became a crutch, a band-aid on bigger financial problems like stagnant wages, rising costs, and lack of financial literacy. The average American is paying hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a year just in interest. That's money that could have gone into savings, investments, retirement, or even just living. But instead, it's going straight to the banks. And that's the real story. Credit cards didn't create wealth. They extracted it. So what's the takeaway here? Look, I'm not saying credit cards are evil or that you should cut yours up right now. Used responsibly, they can be a tool. Build credit, earn rewards, whatever. But let's stop pretending there's some magic ticket to wealth. They're not. If you're carrying a balance, the best thing you can do is make a plan to pay it off. Not the minimum, actually pay it off. And if you're using credit to fund a lifestyle you can't afford, it's time for a reality check. The system's designed to win, but that doesn't mean you have to lose. All right, that's it for today. If this video opened your eyes a bit, smash that like button and subscribe for more real talk about money. Drop a comment below. Are you team credit card or team cash? Let's discuss. See you in the next one. Peace.